Hey guys, welcome. When you hop on, go ahead and give a heart and comment below. We're doing our cat art that we voted on today. Welcome, welcome. All right. So we are doing our cat art today. And for some reason it's not showing on the bottom if anyone's joined. So again, comment down below if you are on. There we go. Okay, now I have a person. Awesome. I think my internet is a little weird again today, so hopefully we don't cut out. But like I said, we are doing our cat art today. So the one that got the most votes is B. C was in a close second, though. So we will be doing cat art B, which is the mama cat and the 3 baby kittens and the mouse sitting on the brick wall. So we'll go ahead and get started in just a moment. When you join, go ahead and comment down below that you're ready. I did pull out my supplies today. And I'm thinking I'm going to use mostly watercolor pencils today, because I think that will get me the most. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Just the easiest coloring today for these cats. And I don't think I've used watercolor pencils much on here yet, so give me a chance to use those as well. And as I'm looking, I don't have my ruler, and I do want to use a ruler today. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick while people are jumping on. Hi, Lauren. Welcome. So if you don't have a ruler, you can always just use something for a straight edge. So while we're waiting for people to hop on, I'm just going to go ahead and draw where my brick wall is going to be. I'm actually going to start it pretty low because the brick wall does have that kind of lip to it. So we're just going to draw that first line. And then we have one more line above that, like just barely. It's very thin. So now I have that like really thin little edge. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw the next line, which is the ledge that the cats are sitting on. And that's a little bit thicker. About right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just leave that for a little bit while some more people hop on. And while people find their rulers or straight edge. So if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. We are doing Art B today for the cats. That's the one that won. And so far we've just drawn our top of our brick wall and the ledge that the cats are sitting on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead after we draw this ledge, we're gonna go ahead and do our moon right above. And our moon is pretty big because you're gonna be able to see it over our cats. So let's go ahead and put the moon all the way up here. And it really doesn't matter what the bottom of your moon looks like because you're going to be having cats in the way anyways. So just try to draw as round as you can. And then erase any extra lines you might have done. All right, so there's our moon. Hi, Tina, welcome. Can everyone see my pencil lines okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my pencil lines. If I need to draw a little bit darker, let me know. So I did pick my little cat mug today. How cute is this cat mug? I thought it was really fitting. Too bad I don't have a black cat mug. That would have been really good. But I picked my cat mug. Okay, awesome. My lines are good, Lauren. Okay, thank you. You can see him? Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. Sometimes how I see it in my viewfinder isn't how it shows up on Facebook Live, so I'm always worried if you guys can see it well enough. I did get a new tripod. It's like a tabletop tripod that I've been using, so I feel like it's been working a little bit better as far as being able to see the whole picture, so I hope that's working out. All right, so we have our ledge. We have our moon. Now we're going to go ahead and draw our bricks first, since our cats are kind of overlapping them. So for our bricks, we're just going to kind of float them in the middle of this wall that we have, trying to stay in the same line as best as possible. So on this one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4.5 bricks. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to do these bricks a little bit bigger. Sorry about that. Because I have a wider paper. And don't worry if your bricks are perfect, because we're always going to clean them up when we add in our color later. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. The main thing you just want to get right now for your bricks is just kind of make sure that they're all within that same line. So kind of take your pencil and judge if they're straight enough. You might have to, like, I have to make this one a little bit taller. So use your pencil to kind of guide you. And then we're going to move on to the next row. And I have like half a brick this way. And then our bricks are going to be coming in between all those spaces we just made. I should make this one a little bit longer. Welcome, Ashley. Actually, I think I'm going to shorten this one just a little bit. Then the same thing under the next row. Space this one out. Oops, that's a little too close. Hi, Jen. Welcome. And hi, Rebecca. All right, then we're almost done. Go ahead and finish up this last row. All right. And like I said, the bricks don't have to be perfect because you can make them smaller or bigger when you add the color in later. Let me get rid of all my pencil erasers. So I'll go ahead and pause real quick and let everybody catch up because I know this brick does take a little bit longer. While we're waiting, I will go ahead and kind of just fix up some of these bricks that I drew. You kind of want them to have a more rounded corner than pointy. So if you're done like me, if you want to go back through and kind of just round your edges, go ahead. The main point with the bricks is you just want to make sure that you have a whole brick in between those spaces. That's how they kind of need to be spaced out. Someone asked me the other day if I practiced these before I put them on for you or whatever, do the art with you. And I don't. I think that it's kind of fun doing it for the first time with you. So this is the first time that I'm drawing whatever art we choose to do, because I think it's important to realize that nothing comes out perfectly the first time, and it's okay to make mistakes and change things or change your mind how you're going to do something midway through. As you probably know by now, I'm the queen of erasing. I'll draw something and then erase it over and over again. That's why we have erasers. And art is all about just expressing yourself and having fun, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to look exactly like the thing that you're doing if you're looking at someone else's work. The point is just to have fun and create something and have that artistic outlet. So it is okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not have that perfect piece of art. But the thing is, it is perfect because it's your art and it's what you created, and that's the great thing about it. Hi, Mimi, welcome. And this thing with brickwork too, like in the real world, they never line up perfectly. And sometimes some bricks are longer than other bricks because they're broken or whatever the case. So don't worry about your bricks looking perfect too. I think it'll probably look more realistic if they're kind of different sizes and different heights and widths. So there is our brick wall. So if you are ready to move on to the next step, which is going to be drawing the shape of our cats, go ahead and shoot me a heart real quick on the live. Go ahead and click the heart button saying that you're ready. That way I know that we can move on to the next step. All right, I got 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and move on then. So for the next part, we're going to draw our big cat first, our mama cat first, because she's going to take up the most space, and then we'll scoot the rest of our cats down. So let me go ahead and move my paper a little bit. All right, so to get the shape of our mama cat, we're going to go ahead, just like if you did the Peeps art with me, we're going to make snowman. So do the big body. Then actually her shoulders are a little bit wider. So we're actually going to do an oval on top. And then we're going to do that head. And I think actually I'm going to do her bottom half just a little bit wider. Same thing with this oval. I'm going to make that a little bit taller and make her head a little bit taller. And then once you feel like you got a good shape for it, you can go ahead and erase those extra lines out. And erase those inside connecting lines where your circles meet. You should have something that kind of resembles this shape. Still kind of looks like a snowman, but like so. And then we're gonna leave that snowman and then do our little ones for our baby cats. So there's quite a bit of a gap in between her and her first baby cat. So we're gonna do baby snowman, again doing an oval in the middle. And then the baby cats have more of an oval face, and the oval face is bigger than their shoulders. It's about the same width as their bottoms. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit larger oval on top. And then we're gonna do the same thing for our next cat. A little bit of a space. We're gonna do the bottom snowman circle, the middle oval, and then a larger oval on top for that head because her head sticks out a little bit less. And you wanna make sure that all of these cats are about the same height. So just use your pencil as a guide to kind of keep them in the same height. It kind of helps drawing our ledge first so we can kind of see where those are going. Then again, one more oval on top. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did for the mama cat, just erase those middle connecting lines. Hi, Carrie, welcome. All right, and then we have our cute little mouse that's right next to these guys. So he has kind of the same shape, but instead of 3 circles, we're just gonna do 2. So he has quite a big bottom half and then a little top. And then he also has 2 circles for his ears. And then same thing. Erase those middle lines. And then we're gonna go ahead and sketch out their tails as well. Hi, Suze, welcome. So we'll do Mama Cat's tail first. Her tail comes down pretty long. It's almost to the end of the brick. And it makes like a little hook at the end. And then the baby cat's tails are doing the same thing. So this guy has a tail just like his mom. Little hook on the end. This guy's tail is going the opposite way. And he doesn't have a true hook. He kind of just has a little point going that way. And then this baby cat tail is a little bit longer than both of these tails. And it's also going this way, but again, not a true hook like Mama Cat's tail. Right now they look like a bunch of possums. Hi, Krista, welcome. So again, we're gonna erase that middle line out of all these guys. All right, now we're gonna add the outside detail. So let's go ahead and start with Mama Cat first. So I'm gonna erase that brick wall line out of her. And I'm gonna come up to her head and add her ear details. So her ears come out, they're a little bit flat at the top and then come down. Actually, they're a little bit wider. And her other ear comes up. Again, a little bit wider. All right, and now I'm gonna kind of fix the shape of my cat. So her head, make it a little bit more shapely. Then I'm gonna follow her shoulders, cut through my circle a little bit and go down. Same thing over here, cut through my circle a little bit and come down. Erasing that inside circle. And then her bottom is just a little bit bigger than I drew. So I'm going to go ahead, add that. Then she kind of, you can tell that she has like a foot, the back of her foot right there. So we're just going to make this little mark right here. And come back. And then you don't, on the picture, you don't see the side of her, but I'm going to do the same thing on mine since you do see that side. And do again that kind of back of her foot part right there. And then erase my circle lines. Erase the connecting ear lines. And then erase her tail line. And then erase all through her tail, all of that brickwork. Like so. And there's our mama cat. So cute. All right, so next we're going to start with our baby cats. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to kind of shape them out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with their heads. Didn't crack myself up. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do their ears. Again, they just have two little round ears. Little rounded triangles. And then we're going to follow the shape of that circle because these guys have much more oval heads than their mom. So we're going to go ahead and leave that oval pretty true to what we drew here. And then again, kind of cut through our circle and down to create that body. And then they have these cute little round bottoms. So I'm actually going to leave the bottom pretty round and then just erase my circle lines. And there's our first little cat. So cute. All right, let's do the next one. Oh, I did forget to erase in his tail. So let's do that real quick. There we go. Okay. So our next one, start with his ear again. Those little rounded triangles. Again, their faces are pretty oval. Actually, this cat in particular, he's a little bit chunkier than his brothers and sisters. So we're actually going to make him less oval and more round on his head. Then we're going to go ahead and move down to the sides. And he's pretty round on his sides as well. I'm not going to change my little snowman too much. And then I'm going to go ahead and go down to his body. I'm just going to make it less definition from his top part of him to the bottom. So it's like that. He almost looks like on a Twinkie or something. A little chunky. So there's that guy. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the last one. And he's a little bit thinner than the rest of his little siblings. So we'll go ahead and add his ears again. And he also has a pretty round head compared to this guy. So we're going to go ahead and just erase that outside oval. Make his head a little bit more round. And then his shoulders are much closer in. So I'm going to cut through my oval quite a bit. And then go down to his body here. And then erase through his tail again. All right, and then last we have our cute little mouse. And I just realized I forgot to draw a mouse tail. So his tail almost comes up in a curly Q like that. And then he really doesn't have to change much. He is very round. I kind of want to make his ears bigger though, just because I think it'd be a little bit cuter. So I'm going to go ahead and erase my little circles I did. And I'm just going to make them a little bit more obvious and big because why not? He kind of reminds me of Feifel from, what is it? America Goes West. Is that the right story I'm thinking of? Comment down below if you remember the name of that. Is it Feifel from America Goes West? Like that mouse movie where they like travel to the Americas. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's America Goes West. But anyways, Feifel has giant ears. Or maybe Despero. That would be another mouse movie. But those big kind of cartoony ears. All right, so those are our cats and our little mouse. So now we're going to go ahead and add our color. But before I move on to color, please give me a heart if you are ready to move on to color. I don't want to move on if you guys are still working on your shapes. All right, looks like you guys are ready. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna start with our lightest color first, which is actually gonna be red because the rest of it is like blacks and grays. And I've been actually thinking, I know that the background's gray, but I kind of want to change it to a different color. We'll get there when we come to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I have this kind of burgundy marker. And that's what I'm going to be using for my brick today. And I'm going to go ahead and just color that in. So we're just going to color in every single brick here red. And again, kind of fix the shapes as you're coloring. Maybe you don't like how you drew a brick. You can use your marker and go thicker or make it a little bit smaller if you like. Just make sure when you go around your cattails, be careful that you don't accidentally... Actually, if you color a cattail red, it won't matter because they're going to be black anyway, so don't worry about that. So I think for me, as I'm coloring in my bricks, I'm noticing I need to make some of my bricks like a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go around my cattail here. And I like going row by row when I color, just so as you're fixing it, you can kind of be spatially aware. If you color it this way, like up and down and get all the reds, you won't see how they're lining up. So that's why I like going side to side, just kind of how we drew it as well. So you can just kind of see if they're being even when you're coloring them. And then I think I'm actually going to come out a little bit on the other side of this mama cat tail, even though I didn't draw my brick there. Yeah, I think that looks better. That's what I'm saying, like, never have to worry about what you draw in pencil because you can always change it when you color it in. Then moving on to the next row. I'm going to go ahead and turn my music up just for this next part because I won't be talking for a while. That way you don't have to hear my marker. All right, guys, let's turn on that music real quick. Okay, so that is the brick wall. There's something so like satisfying about that positive and negative space on this brick wall. It looks so good. And I love the bright brick red. So if you guys are ready to move on from the brick wall, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, a heart, telling me you're ready for the next step here. If you aren't, no worries. We can go ahead and take a little break while you guys are catching up. All right, I got 1, 2, 3. All right. So for the next part, we're going to go ahead and do our cats. So I'm going to go in with I think I'm going to do I'm just going to go straight in with black. I think that will be the easiest. Once it dries, if I decide that I want to go in with like a gray on top of it, I might, but let's go ahead and we're just going to trace all of our cats and fill them in black. So go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and turn the music up now. All right, and those are cats. Go ahead and lower our volume down. All right, so now we're on our mouse. And our mouse is actually gray. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my watercolor pencil in gray. Now, if you don't have a gray, a great alternative for that is just a pencil. A pencil does an excellent gray. Now, watch me say gray, and I can't find my gray pencil. There it is. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just color in my mouse with my gray pencil. And then I'll add some water to him in a little bit to activate the watercolor pencil. And then when I'm working with watercolor pencils, I like to go a little bit darker around the edges, almost like tracing it. So that way when you color it, it's still going to be, or when you add water, I mean, it's still going to have that dimension. So I'm going to take my tiniest paintbrush here, dip it in my gray cat mug, and go ahead and turn this guy gray. And then there's my little gray mouse. All right, so next on this ledge that they're all sitting on, it's actually gray as well. So again, you can use a pencil, or I'm going to use my watercolor pencil again, and I'm just going to lightly color it gray. Lightly color at the top and in between the cats. And then the ledge, you're going to do a little bit darker. And then when we trace this in black later, it'll look a little bit better as well. It'll give it a little bit more dimension. But we kind of want that bottom part to stand out. All right, then I'm gonna take my little paintbrush again, and I'm just gonna run over my watercolor pencil real quick. I can go over my mouse because he's the same color. I just really have to watch out. If you're using watercolors, really watch out around your cats because they are black. And the marker, or if you used watercolor, whatever medium you're doing, see how it kind of ran around the edges? Will run. So that's why I normally do black last. But I was just too excited to paint our cats today. All right, and then that is our ledge. Okay, so now is our moon. Now shoot me a comment real quick. So in the background, it has it as gray, which I do like, but I'm kind of thinking of doing a dark blue. So shoot me a comment. Gray, either text gray if you like gray, keep it gray, or text blue if you want to do it blue. I'll wait for your comment. I'm kind of torn. I feel like it might look good with a super dark blue sky instead of this gray sky. So you guys will be the deciding vote. So comment gray or blue. What color do you think I should do the background? All right, I have a gray. I have a blue, all right. Now, if it's any deciding factor towards the blue, I'm thinking of putting some like yellow stars in the sky in the blue as well. All right, I got 2 votes for blue. And remember, you do not have to use this color. So Lauren, if you don't like the blue, if you get outvoted, you could totally do gray. If you don't like the gray, then you could totally do blue. All right, it looks like the most votes are blue, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the blue. But before I do the blue, I'm gonna throw some stars in my sky. So Lauren, like I said, if you're doing gray, what I recommend is with your pencil, do a gradient of dark gray to light towards the moon. So start really dark gray with your pencil and then lighten up as you get towards the moon, because the moon obviously is giving off light. So that whole ring around your moon should be really light gray, okay, if you're going to do gray. And you could actually almost do like black to gray if you really want to do like a monochromatic look. Like a really watered down black if you're using watercolors. All right, now for blue, let me look up real quick because I want this kind of specific star. So let me look up. All right, so for my star, I'm kind of gonna do some little, and you don't have to do a star if you guys don't want to. I'm gonna do these little like starburst ones. You can totally put these in the background too if you want to do a gray background. So again, just kind of like a long top, a long bottom, and like across. And then I think I'm gonna do maybe some like teeny little ones over here. Then I'm gonna put another little tiny one over here. Like so. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take my yellow, and I think I'm gonna use a yellow watercolor pencil. Let's see, is this the kind of yellow I want? Yeah, let's see how bright this is. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so then I'm gonna color these in yellow real quick. You know what? I might actually go over these with just a watercolor paint. I think I'm gonna do that. All right, changing my mind. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my like goldenrod watercolor paint. I'm gonna barely use any water because I want it really bright. And I'm gonna go ahead and color over these stars. Now, hi Paula, welcome. When the live is over, I'll post the replay, Paula, so you and the kids can do this one. All right, so we did decide on blue. That was the vote. So I'm going to start with a dark blue around the outside, just kind of how I suggested with the gray. I'm going to like really water this down. I'm kind of going to go in a circular little pattern here, as circular as I can make it. I'm being really careful around my little stars here. Then I'm going to start in with my next lightest blue. And I'm really going to trace around this moon here. Hi, Dosty. Welcome. Dosty, I'll be posting the replay later, so if you and the kids want to do this project today, but I'll also be posting it on the dojo wall as well once I upload it to YouTube. So I totally forgot, guys, as I'm painting here and thinking we're almost done. There is a contest going along with this today. So what you do is if you do this art project, just post your photo, comment below and say, I would like to be entered into the photo contest. And I will submit your artwork to Wagon Train, which is my mom's pet store. And what she's doing, and the only thing is it does have to do with animals, so if you don't own a cat, then you might not be excited about the prizes. But first place, you will get a $25 gift certificate to buy any cat-related product that you want. And second place gets $10 to buy any cat-related product. And then third place is $5 for any cat-related product. So if you have cats and you do this picture, you can get some fun merchandise for them, whether it be food, treats, toys, collars, anything for your cat. You can win a prize to buy some fun stuff. Now, if you don't own a cat, but you still want to enter the contest, you totally can. and maybe you have a friend that has a cat and you can send them the gift card, totally fine. And as always, you don't have to enter the contest at all if you don't want to. I still would love to see your picture though, so still post it as a photo comment. Just don't write anything with it. So the only way to enter into the contest is when you post your photo comment, say, I want to be entered into the contest. You have to let me know that you want to be entered, okay? And then when she picks, hi Emma, hi Levi, miss you guys. When she picks the winner, I will comment it down below on this post, and that person can get their prize. We will mail it to you. So what I'll do is, if you win, I'll just message you privately and ask you what your address is or what address you want to send it to. And then I will send you the gift certificate. Or you can pick it up in store as well, whatever is easier. Hi, Mrs. Pear. So again, I'm just going to go back with my dark blue and kind of hit those edges to make them look a little bit darker. And I believe the contest is open for, I want to say, another week. So, if you do the contest, actually, you know what? I will double check on the timing as soon as I'm done. And I will post it in the comments how long you have until to turn in your art. That way, if you're watching the replay of this art at a later date, you could still enter if you wanted to. Remember the art for the day. Oh, sorry, as I put my finger over it. Yeah, 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., Mrs. Pear. And I always put the replay on afterwards, so if you want to go back at a later time and watch it, you can. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. All right, and then the last thing we're going to do is this moon. Now, for my moon, I'm just going to lightly take my gray watercolor, and I'm just going to sketch over this whole moon. Now, if you want to leave it white, you totally can. And then I'm going to hit the edges of my moon a little bit darker with my gray crayon. And then I'm going to kind of like, you know how moons have craters? I'm just going to kind of do some like darker squiggles in here for my craters. Now, like I said before, you could totally do this with pencil. And then I'm going to hit it with a clean brush. And I'm just gonna smear over my watercolor pencil here. I'm gonna color those little crater-like squiggles I did. Actually, what I'll do first, I'll go ahead and hit the whole thing with water. And then as I'm doing it, I kind of want to do more of a gray line around the edge. I'm going to go ahead and take my watercolor pencil and go over it in water. And then go back through if I want to add some more like craters. Pencil erasers in here. All right, and that, my friends, is our finished project of our little cats here. I think it turned out really cute. Now, this is the last step I'm going to do. Do not have to do this, as always. I'm going to go over absolutely everything in black because I'm a crazy person, and that's just what I like. So I'm going to go ahead and trace that. Probably should have used my ruler over here, but you know. Nobody has time to grab out yellow. You could totally do your moon yellow, yeah. And then I'm going to turn my cats sideways just so I can get, oop, that is pretty wet. Hold on. And I'm going to leave my sky alone for the time being so I don't smear anything. I'm going to go around all of these bricks. Again, you do not have to do this. This is just personal preference. All right. So satisfying. Love a black outline. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to trace my little mouse here. I'm actually going to make his tail black as well. And trace my moon. I need a much smaller marker for these stars. It's okay, we'll make do. And there, my friends, is the finished project. I think it turned out really cute. I love it. I'm glad that this one got voted on. So I'm going to go ahead and write my name. And date it. As always, guys, put your photo comments down below. Tag me in your posts if you did this project, if you redid it. Absolutely makes my day to see these recreations and just your lovely artwork. Makes me smile. So I appreciate that. Also, like I said, there is a contest going. So if you would like to be entered in the contest, go ahead when you post your photo comment of your picture, say, I want to be entered into the contest. Now, again, it is a cat contest, so first place winner gets a $25 gift certificate towards cat products at Wagon Train Feed and Pet in Orange. Second place gets $10 in gift certificate for cat products, and then third place is $5 gift certificate for cat products. So that is it. Have an amazing day, guys. As always, I love doing these with you, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.